The world was stunned in March 2026 when news broke that Chuck Norris, a man long seen as nearly indestructible, had passed away at the age of 86. In March 2026, Norris suffered a sudden medical emergency while in Hawaii. He was hospitalized but passed away shortly after. His family confirmed that he died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones, and requested privacy during their time of grief. Tributes poured in from around the world, from fans, fellow actors, and athletes, highlighting his influence across generations. The martial arts community, in particular, honored him as a pioneer who helped popularize the discipline in the West. For decades, Norris had become more than just a celebrity. He was a symbol of strength, resilience, and almost mythical toughness. Ironically, his death followed years of viral internet jokes suggesting he was immortal. Yet behind the humor was a real man whose journey from a shy boy in Oklahoma to a global icon remains one of the most inspiring stories in entertainment and martial arts history. Early life, from humble beginnings. Chuck Norris was born Carlos Ray Norris on March 10, 1940, in Ryan, Oklahoma. His childhood was far from glamorous. Raised in a poor household, Norris often described himself as shy, introverted, and lacking confidence. His father struggled with alcohol, leaving his mother to raise him and his siblings under difficult circumstances. The family eventually moved to California, where Norris attended school but did not stand out academically or socially. At that time, no one could have predicted that the quiet boy would grow into one of the toughest and most recognizable figures in Hollywood. Finding purpose in the military. Everything began to change when Norris joined the United States Air Force in 1958. He was stationed in South Korea, and it was there that he discovered martial arts, a turning point that would define his entire life. He began training in Tang Soo Do and other disciplines, developing not only physical strength but also confidence and discipline. By the time he returned to the United States, Norris was no longer the shy young man he once was. He had found purpose. Rise to martial arts champion. After leaving the military, Norris dedicated himself fully to martial arts. He competed professionally and quickly rose through the ranks, eventually becoming a 6-time undefeated world professional middleweight karate champion. His fighting style, speed, and precision earned him respect in the martial arts community. He also trained celebrities in martial arts, which would later open doors into Hollywood. Norris eventually developed his own martial arts system, Chun Kuk Do, combining elements from multiple disciplines. His philosophy emphasized personal growth, discipline, and inner strength, not just physical combat. Entry into Hollywood. Norris's transition into acting was encouraged by his friend, actor Steve McQueen. What began as a suggestion turned into a career-defining move. His film debut came in 1973 when he starred alongside Bruce Lee in The Way of the Dragon. Their iconic fight scene in the Roman Colosseum remains one of the most celebrated martial arts sequences in cinema history. From there, Norris carved out a niche in action films during the 1980s. Movies like Missing in Action, The Delta Force, and Code of Silence established him as a no-nonsense action hero who always fought for justice. Television fame, Walker, Texas Ranger. While Norris had already achieved film success, his popularity reached new heights with the television series Walker, Texas Ranger, 1993 to 2001. In the show, he played Cordell Walker, a tough but moral lawman who used both martial arts and strong values to fight crime. The series became hugely popular, especially for its mix of action, morality, and family-friendly themes. For many fans, this role defined Norris, not just as an action star, but as a symbol of justice and integrity. Internet fame and cultural impact. In the early 2000s, Norris experienced a surprising resurgence in popularity thanks to the internet phenomenon known as Chuck Norris facts. These humorous statements exaggerated his strength to others, portraying him as a superhuman figure. What could have been a passing joke instead cemented his place in pop culture history. Norris embraced the humor, showing a lighter, more relatable side of himself. This phase introduced him to a younger generation, proving that his influence extended far beyond movies and television. Personal life and beliefs. Despite his tough on-screen persona, Norris was deeply committed to his family and faith. He was married twice and had 5 children. His second marriage to Gina O'Kelly lasted decades and was central to his later life. Norris was also known for his strong Christian beliefs and conservative political views. He actively supported various causes and political figures over the years. Beyond politics, he focused heavily on philanthropy. In 1990, he founded Kickstart Kids, a program aimed at helping at-risk youth build discipline and confidence through martial arts. This initiative became one of his most meaningful contributions outside of entertainment. Later years and final projects. In his later years, Norris stepped back from acting, though he occasionally returned for special roles. His 2024 film Agent Recon marked one of his final appearances on screen. Even in his 80s, Norris remained active. Just days before his death, he posted a video of himself sparring, joking, "I don't age. I level up." His final project, the upcoming film Zombie Plane, is set to be released in 2027, giving fans one last glimpse of the legendary actor in action. Legacy, more than a fighter. Chuck Norris leaves behind a legacy that goes far beyond action movies and martial arts titles. He was a champion martial artist who inspired millions. A Hollywood icon who defined an era of action films. A television legend through Walker, Texas Ranger. A philanthropist dedicated to helping young people. A cultural phenomenon whose name became synonymous with strength. Perhaps what made Norris truly special was not just his physical abilities, but his story, a journey from insecurity to confidence, from obscurity to global fame. Conclusion. The news of Chuck Norris's death may have shocked the world, especially given the long-running jokes about his invincibility. But in reality, his life was far more powerful than any meme. He wasn't just the man who could roundhouse kick anything. He was a man who transformed his weaknesses into strengths, built a career through discipline and determination, and used his success to uplift others. In the end, Chuck Norris didn't need myths to prove his greatness, his real-life story did that on its own. And while the legend may be gone, the impact he left behind will continue to inspire generations to come. Thank you for watching, like, share and kindly subscribe for more videos like this.